Assalamu alaikum, greetings. Today is 6th of March 2023. We are all aware on the important function of water in our life and for our livelihood. However, how many of us are aware that Penang State is facing water security issue? This is due to insufficient availability of raw water for Penang's consumption. A major source for Penang's raw water is from Sungai Muda, which passes through Seberang Perai Utara district inside Penang. This Sungai Muda originates from Ulu Muda Basin, which is situated inside Kedah State. This means Penang is heavily reliant for our raw water from a source which is outside Penang State. This is not good for Penang's water security. In recent times, Penang people experience serious disruption to our drinking water supply. This has been caused either due to repair works, due to low water level in our dams, and also due to polluted raw water inside Sungai Muda. There was situation where heavy storm and also logging activities affected the Ulu Muda Basin's water quality, and this continued into Sungai Muda. So it affected Penang's water treatment plant. Kedah state government has asked Penang to contribute to the maintenance of Ulu Muda Basin. However, the Penang state government has replied that it is the right of Penang to get free access of water from Sungai Muda as long as Penang extracts the water from inside Penang state. This has caused a quarrel between Penang state government and Kedah state government. Penang has also identified that it needs more raw water besides than from Ulu Muda Basin. And Penang has identified North Perak as another source for Penang's raw water. The plan is called SPRWTS, Sungai Perak Raw Water Transfer Scheme. This scheme is basically to create a tunnel from Perak all the way into Penang and to extract water from rivers in Perak, North Perak, to bring it into Penang. The initial plan is the tunnel is 14.8 kilometer in length and the diameter is 4.25 meters. To give you an idea, the Penang Bridge is less than 14.8 kilometer. It's about 13 kilometers. And the diameter of this water pipe is 4.25 meters. So to give you an idea, rapid bus, Penang's rapid bus can fit into this tunnel. That is the size of it, immense size and very long. And the cost of this project in 2019, it was estimated at 1.4 billion ringgit. So I will assume by now the price would have been 4 billion ringgit. So since the raw water from Perak is fully from the Perak state, meaning Penang has to pay for the water. So this means we can expect a price increase in our water consumption. So now, if we proceed with this additional raw water source from Perak, it means our water security actually becomes worse. Besides Kedah, we are now going to depend on Perak as well for our raw water source. And we take note that as of today, Perak state government has mentioned that they are not prepared to sell raw water to Penang. Main reason being they wish to use that water as their own water security. And this has caused another quarrel, this time between Penang state government and the Perak state government. Penang insists that there is enough water in North Perak to supply the Penang as well. Is it true that Penang has not enough raw water within its state? Has Penang really optimized all the available possible raw water sources within the state? I don't think so. In recent years, we've been experiencing regular floods in Penang, both on the mainland and on the island. Severe floods causing a lot of property damage, damage to vehicles, affecting livelihood for sure. What does this mean? It means actually a lot of rainwater is falling in Penang. So that is also actually a form of raw water. Let's look back the history of Penang. During the colonial British time, they focused a lot on Penang State and Penang Island. A lot of development happened during that time, and this includes water security factor. One of the things that the British colonial did for Penang's water security is to create a reservoir on the hill. In Penang, there is a reservoir called Guillemard Reservoir. It is situated in Tanjung Bunga on a hill. The principle of this reservoir is very simple. It collects rainwater, river water, surface water from the hill above it. And that water is directed via concrete aqueducts into this reservoir. So from the reservoir, water is then treated and supplied to the surrounding neighborhood. The Guillemard Reservoir started its operation in 1929 and is still operating today, almost 100 years. And as far as I know, there has not been any major disruption in its operations. So this Guillemard Reservoir concept, very simple, and yet it is reliable, cost effective, and also environment friendly. So overall, it is a proven sustainable way to ensure our water security. We read regularly that Selangor, the most developed state in Malaysia, regularly has problems with water supply cuts due mainly to pollution in its raw water, which is mostly taken from rivers. So that is a problem which we will also encounter likely if we proceed with the North Perak project. So to me, if we see the geography of Penang Island, the middle of the island has a hill terrain range from the north to the south. From the north, Teluk Bahang, Batu Feringhi, to the south, Gertak Sanggol. This Guillemard Reservoir is actually situated on this hill terrain. So I would suggest that instead of going for the North Perak raw water source project, we should actually replicate this Guillemard Reservoir on the island, on the hill range. We can add many more such reservoir to be nearby to various residential sites. If we see the cost of Guillemard Reservoir when it was built, it was almost 4 million ringgit. Of course, it is at that time, almost 100 years ago. So I would estimate if we build one similar reservoir now, I would say 100 times more. So let's say 400 million for one Guillemard reservoir. So with that budget of approximately 4 billion ringgit, we can easily construct another 10 Guillemard reservoir on the island to be situated strategically at various places. So this will add tremendously to our water security. Another thing is by having these multiple Gilma reservoir on our hills on the island, it will help tremendously to address our flood problems on the island. This reservoir will store a lot of rainwater, thereby the rainwater that runs through to the plains below will be much less. So it should be a big help to mitigate our flood problem. Another thing is by going for this Guillemot reservoir solution, it means we are actually sourcing our raw water within our state. This means we no longer have to quarrel with Kedah State. Also, we don't have to quarrel with Perak State. Penang people are peace-loving people. We don't wish to quarrel with our neighbors. We don't wish to quarrel with our neighboring states. This is important. So by doing this Guillemot reservoir approach, we tackle three issues in one. Whereas if we go for the North Perak um, raw water project, we are not actually tackling this flood issue, and is actually not helping in our neighborly relation with Kedah and Perak. So therefore, I would urge the state government, Penang state government, to quickly go for this Guillemot reservoir approach to address our water security issue. It is an important issue for now, more so for the future. To the Penang people, I urge you to write to our state government, to our EXCO, to our ADUNs and our MPs, requesting them to quickly address Penang's water security issue. If the present government will not do it, it is up to the Penang people to get a new government to address this very important issue. Thank you for your attention. Sedar Pulau Pinang.